One of the defining traits of Tony Soprano, the hulking sad sack and maybe sociopath at the center of The Sopranos, was his cloying nostalgia. Tony, played with such intricate empathy by the late James Gandolfini, was forever watching World War II documentaries and waxing on mistily about the old days, when things were simpler, less compromised, perhaps even nobler. The Many Saints of Newark, in theaters and on HBO Max, October 1st, takes place in the late 1960s and early 1970s, covering a period of Tony's childhood and adolescence, though not placing him at the center of the story. Instead, Tony's uncle, Dickie Moltisanti, Alessandro Nivola, is the focus. Dickie is, as Sopranos fans will know, the father of Christopher, Tony's alternately supportive and vexing heir apparent who met a tragic end by Tony's hand. There is a strange, and sinister, melancholy in watching the time before that horrible stuff, to see young Tony holding a baby he will one day murder. The Many Saints of Newark is full of this grim foreshadowing, a supplemental origin story to all the sprawl of The Sopranos. I'm not certain the film can really stand on its own when viewed by someone who's never seen the series, but it's not rote fanservice, either. Chase, and director Alan Taylor, do actually have a purpose in mind beyond simply creating more Sopranos content. The film has a sneaky momentum. It's plainly evident that Dickie and his crew are murderers, but there is a semi-bitter sweetness to their portraitrue in the film's early stretches. Dickie at first seems to be, for a gangster, one of the good ones, defending the young new wife, Michela De Rossi, of his monstrous father, Liotta, whom he's brought back from the old country, and relating to adolescent Tony, Michael Gandolfini, with a tenderness long denied by Tony's own faith. Violence does exist in this more idyllic portion of the film. But for the most part we seem to be dwelling largely in one of Tony's golden reveries, his yearning for a time when the stakes were plainer, the roles more clearly defined, the moral choices wholly clear. Specific tension arises between Dickie's gang and a contractor of sorts, Harold, played by Leslie Odom Jr. Harold endures the racist abuse and casual belittlements of these Italians from the other side of town only to a point, when Chase's film steps back to consider a broader social history, party. Rather than doing more late-boomer valorizing of the cinematic troubles of the mid-century, Chase uses these seismic events to chill the film, showing Dickie's opportunistic indifference to his neighbor's plea for fair treatment from police and other municipal agencies.